Hello, everyone, and welcome to OPP at the half, where Syracuse leads Wake Forest 31-21 inside the Carrier Dome, alongside with me, Jonathon, Hoppe, and Chris Venzon. And guys, just your fast reactions from this first half so far. Jonathon, we'll start with you.
Well, I think Wake Forest left everything it had down in Miami. The Demon Deacons just haven't shown up today, and I think that's pretty evident to start this game.
Syracuse has played really well on the defensive end. They've had more blocks, more steals. They forced a bunch of turnovers. I think that they are on their way towards a win if they just keep it up on the defensive end.
Yeah, Syracuse certainly winning in the stat battle, and we'll take a closer look at that now. Syracuse really dominating overall in shooting, and Wake Forest really struggling in that department. Wake Forest just one three-pointer in the entire first half, and that was to close the half with just 2 seconds left. What stands out to you guys, though?
Well, I think a lot of turnovers for the Demon Deacons, 7-2. That's the reason they're down by 10 points. They can't make any shots, and when they get opportunities to score, they're turning the ball over. That's like a missed shot of its own.
For me, take a look at the three-point percentage for Syracuse. 50%, 4 for 8 from downtown in the first half. This is the worst shooting team from behind the arc in the ACC. It's going to be really interesting to see if they can continue that headed into the second half.
Yeah, guys, you look at these two teams, not two great offensive juggernauts. But when I look at this first half, it's something that Syracuse certainly really getting ahead in the first half. Jonathon, do you think that this is just Syracuse playing really well defensively, or just the Demon Deacons playing awfully?
I think the Demon Deacons have played really bad, guys. We just saw the stats, 28% shooting. That's terrible. That's something like lower than you would see Syracuse do normally. And then 10% from downtown. This is a Wake Forest team that played pretty well from beyond the arc against Syracuse back in January. That's not the case today. Like you said, sort of a garbage time three-pointer at the end of the half. You've got to be really concerned if you're a Demon Deacons fan. The team just hasn't shown up, and for me, it's that simple.
We're really quick to trash on Syracuse and say, this isn't their doing, but they have played phenomenally well in this one, becoming especially on the defensive side of the ball. I look at guys like Barama Sidibe. Pascal Chukwu came in and had a really great first half on the offensive glass and on the defensive glass, just cleaning things up. If those guys continue, and they've really transitioned more to a 1-4 to kind of protect the defend the three-point arc better. If they continue to do that, they're going to pull it out towards the end of this one.
Well, Chris, I do think that Syracuse is doing a nice job defending the three-point line.
Yes.
I think they're putting a lot of pressure on Wake Forest, and that's not allowing the Demon Deacons to get open looks, but there's still looks that could fall, and they're just not.
Well, Chris, you seem to think that it's the Syracuse D really stifling Wake Forest. Is that your key to the second half? Do they just need to keep doing what they're doing?
Well, they need to keep doing what they're doing, but for me, they need to attack the rim. When Syracuse goes to attacks the rim and they get to the foul line, they are one of the better scoring teams. That's part of their offense. They have the highest percentage of free throw percentage in the entire ACC. They need to rely and get to the free throw stripe to generate offense for them. If they attack the rim, if they continue to try to get into the paint, they're going to be successful.
Well, for me, Chris, it's just don't overthink things. I mean, I think it's that simple for Syracuse. It's doing a nice job defending the three-point line like I talked about, and really, Wake Forest is really struggling. So if you're Syracuse, you got to come in, okay, we're the better team here in this game. Let's prove that in the second half. Let's cruise to an easy victory.
Syracuse is on pace. You got to remember, they've only lost one game this season when they've scored over 70 points. That was in that double overtime against FSU. If they can just generate a little bit more offense, do it the right ways, get to the line, get inside the paint, they're going to be all right.
Yeah, no matter what the key is or what has happened so far, Syracuse certainly dominating this one, up by 10 at the half. Certainly a big-time win that they need to bolster their resume heading into the tournament. We'll get back with you later on after the game for Orange Press Pass itself. Once again, for Jonathon and Chris, I'm Matt saying so long and enjoy the rest of the game.